Welcome, dear dreamer. You found your way to Moonlight Whispers, a quiet corner of the night where stories breathe softly, time slows down, and the world feels just a little more gentle. Settle in, let your thoughts rest, and allow tonight's tale to guide you into calm, warmth, and wonder. There are places that live only when no one is watching, paths that appear only to those who walk slowly, and dreams that dare to bloom only at night. Tonight, I will tell you the story of an old orchard that dreamed in color, a place people stumbled upon without meaning to, not for its fruits, but for something they had all been missing: wonder, color, a dream patient enough to wait for them, even when they were not waiting for themselves. They say you cannot find this orchard on purpose. The path appears only on the evening when a traveler grows tired enough to stop pretending. At first, the forest trail seems ordinary, silent and dim, but gradually the darkness softens. Moonlight warms ever so slightly, and the grass beneath your feet rustles as if it recognizes you. Then, just when you stop rushing, you see it ahead. The old orchard, where the trees stand so still you'd think they're listening to the night. The orchard looks abandoned. By day, it would seem dull, withering, almost forgotten. But at night it looks like it's waiting to breathe. With the first step through its crooked wooden gate, the leaves tremble faintly, and the air changes. It grows cooler, yet softer. A sweet scent, part apple, part peach, part something deeply personal, floats from somewhere between the trees. Everyone smells something different. For one person it's childhood, for another, home, for another still, something they never had but always wished for. The orchard begins to unfold quietly. At first, tiny flashes of green beneath the branches, then faint trails of blue, pink, warm gold. The colors don't glow, they breathe. They rise from the ground like mist, as if someone were pouring paint through the soil. But this is not lights, and not fireflies. These are dreams, dreams that the trees have gathered over many years. Dreams of travelers who once walked this path, fears they left unnamed, hopes they were too shy to speak aloud. At night, the orchard releases them, but only at the pace each visitor can handle. One night, a traveler arrived, a musician who had been carrying a big, colorless dream inside him. He once lived for music, but he hadn't played in years. His childhood dream, simple and bright, had faded into something pale and quiet. He didn't know what he was searching for. He just walked where his tired heart pulled him. When he entered the orchard, the trees seemed to still themselves. The drifting colors curled toward him, as if welcoming an old friend. The first color he saw was a deep velvet blue, a tone like midnight. And then he heard something, a melody, soft but familiar, his own melody, one he thought he had forgotten long ago. One tree stood out, a crooked apple tree with smooth pale bark that shimmered faintly in the dark. It looked as though a candle glowed inside it. The musician approached. The light strengthened, not harsh, warm. When he touched the bark, the colors around him burst awake. Bright crimson, sea blue, amber gold, lavender purple. Each flash carried a feeling he had once hidden. The first concert he never dared play, the song he kept only for himself, the fear of being heard, and the longing for it. The tree wasn't showing him his failures. It was showing him the pieces of a dream he had allowed to fade. A gentle sound filled the air, a soft crackle, almost musical. The tree was opening. On its branches, fruits appeared, but not ordinary ones. They shimmered with inner colors, as though each one held a sunrise, or a storm, or a forgotten moment of courage. The musician reached out and plucked one. It was warm, like a tiny heartbeat. When he took a bite, everything dissolved. He saw himself, young, confident, playing on a stage. Not in imagination, but as though it were real. The colors burst so brightly that he closed his eyes. And when he opened them, the orchard had grown quieter. The colors hadn't vanished. They were simply resting, waiting. When a person leaves the orchard, the path always changes. It leads not where they were, but where they need to go. The musician looked back. The orchard had returned to stillness, its vivid dreams tucked away like sleeping fire. But inside him, something remained. A color he had finally allowed himself to see. He didn't know when he had returned, but he knew he would play again. They say the orchard awakens only for those who've been postponing their dreams for too long. It does not show fear. It shows what was forgotten. Because the color of a dream becomes brighter the moment we finally allow it to exist. And everyone who has ever seen it glow in the orchard at night carries something precious away with them. Not a plan, not a solution, not confidence, but color, quiet and patience, guiding them toward the place they always wished to be. May your nights be gentle, your dreams be kind, and may the moonlight always find you. Good night, dreamer.